is being made by our experts like Rakesh Bhatia and our Pathak all the people in the school. As such, I think is encouraging this activity. It is just to establish this lost connect. Has been anadi. It has been there for ancient times when we do not know when. If you were to go back 5000 BCE, that was supposed to be Treta Yuga. That's where we talk about the birth of Rama. We talk about, it was even before that. And we talk about Krishna, which is about 3000 BCE. What were we talking about? The current stages of the current day science and technology, 200, 300 years back. So what is there? It has been there in our very blood, in our very breath. It has been a part and parcel of our Indian culture. And it's for the Indian culture here, when I say it's for the entire humanity. Again, so this being the way we are getting connected. Now, coming to the topic of mathematics, let me say that it's one small drop in the infinite ocean. When I say Vedas are infinite ocean, it is literally infinite ocean because we all know what we have lost by the way of attacks of so many people from outside India. We have lost a lot of our treasure. We read it on the history, we tell our children. We were to look at the way Nalanda and Takshashila were burnt. What was retained was just a handful. Or what we say the handful is a vast library is getting filled up. And we are not able to get even an inch of what we have. That being the case, mathematics is just only one small speck of this infinite ocean called Vedas, which is very, very powerful and which has been a life breath. So in that, we are going to focus and we want to understand its significance. It takes an enormous amount of effort because we lost a connect. But once we connect, I'm very sure the efforts being made by the people is wonderful. Once we connect, because it's an inherent energy in our life breath, it has been a part of the entire human race. Once that connect is made, I'm very sure we'll be able to go back, and that's an effort that's being made. Where should it start? We all know that everything should start right at the early stage. A seed, when it is taken care, it can become a big tree, and that's the seed stage, which is very, very, very crucial. I don't need to tell, all the teachers know that. And that's where the school is a very, very important place where the reconnect happens. I'm saying it repeated reconnect because it is not nothing new. Vedic mathematics is anadi. That being the case, we lost that connect. Let me say why it is anadi and why it is yet people are, it is so anadi and so modern too. For example, let me give you the example of binary numbers. Binary numbers, decimal system, we all know that if I'm speaking off and on state, if that you are able to see the picture, the pixels, zeros and one state, this is color, of course you will have some variation, but if you were to look at binary numbers, zeros and ones, it seems to be a digital revolution. A lot of things have come up in the current era. Is it something so very new? If you were to question, you look at the binary arithmetic as such, it's very ancient. More than 300 BC, there are binary tables, everything being expressed in terms of binary numbers. It is nothing new. And we lost a connect, and somebody connected it who probably learnt it from this source and gifted it to us as if he has gifted it. That connect we lost. And I think we have connected back, and this is a fantastic place. I again congratulate the school and the administration for taking this fantastic initiative under the leadership of Bhatia and Pathak. It's a great, great, great effort of the school. So I would also like to not take much time. I would also like to remind you, if you look at this wonderful structure, this room itself, there's so many facilities in this room, a soundproof room. So there is an architectural planning, if you were to say the civil engineering, right? There is some sound engineering, there is physics, a lot of things which are coming to the picture there. Is it only modern? Do we have to learn from the Westerners to learn, do all these things? If you will go back and see, let us connect back to what is that we can connect back. The architecture is like typically what we see in any setup in Indian typical villages. Definitely there will be a temple and there will be definitely a Yagnashala. If you were to look at the Yagnashala, we will closely observe it. There's a lot of mathematics and scientific, civil engineering techniques straight away go there. I'm using this language, but they will use a different line. Rose by any name is a rose. They use a different terminology, but the knowledge behind, the spirit behind it is very much high high-level civil engineering. If you were to look at a Falkenberg, which is, you always see, that's there in all the Vedic texts. It is one of the marvelous civil engineering structures. If you look at the way the bird is put up there, the kind of the pictures that you see, the basic geometric figures, like you have rectangles, triangles, you have trapezium, and a combination which gives such a compounded picture. This is a very ancient picture. I have such pictures. Maybe I think I'm not using the slides there, but a picture, what I wanted to say is the geometry, knowledge of geometry, knowledge of various things, which these days we talk in terms of computational geometry, algebraic geometry, by basic abstractification of the structures. But this abstractification of this knowledge has been there from the ancient times. And if you were to even go to Google and see Falkenberg, you will immediately see this wonderful structure. It looks like a nice structure. If you were to observe it a little closely, the arrangement, why that structure is so stable, the kind of process that has gone into this, getting this engineering structure is much more than the current day education that we receive in Institute of Technologies or MITs. That knowledge we are not able to collect back. When we actually asked to see what exactly it's like, we were mind-boggling. I also did not know, but actually when experts like Rakesh Bhattacharya and Pathakji connected us, I could see that some of these things when we were exploring its importance and the amount of the knowledge that was present in a simple picture like a falcon bird, which is very, very ancient, which has been a part and parcel of, it is a yajna kunda, where the yajna, it's a homa kunda, where they do the yajna. They designed it, there are specific reasons for it, but typical structure, a typical structure of it, we have in IIT Kanpur, I think many of you who is, our colleague Dr. Balasubramanian has made a typical structure. It doesn't roll, there is no rusting of it, it is just in the open area and it remains fantastic for a long time. This engineering structure is an example of our ancient technology in the metallurgical sciences. So this all, where did they get from? It is just one simple example of the entire thing. So that being the case, I think I should not take too much of time. I think for the want of time, maybe I will cut it short. So if you were to take any branch of science or technology, we will be able, even chemistry, if you were to take, there is a connect. So maybe on a different occasion, I will show you, typically take you to that. If you were to look at one of the current day medical technologies, is genetic therapy. We all know about the genetic therapy, there are a lot of mathematics which goes into that. For example, if you use a Markov chains, the Markov chains is a fantastic statistical tool, time based on the time series analysis, which helps you to trace how a particular thing can happen, what kind of shape it would take after some time. For example, you look at the context of protein folding. When in the womb, the protein folding has to take place as the baby from the embryo stage is slowly developing. There's lots of care is taken care. All of us know that. There are people who are carrying, they are given a special attention and special care from the ancient days. It is nothing new. But if you get to scientifically look, one very, very, very simple aspect, they are given a special care and nothing, no disturbance can happen. Markov chain analysis can be taken into consideration, connecting it with brain degeneracy. A disease like brain degeneracy, we know that children, majority of the children by God's grace are born healthy. There are some unfortunate people who are born with some defects. Brain degeneracy is one of the several defects which is potentially possible if proper attention is not given. If there is a defect of that kind, current day we talk about bioinformatics, genetic therapy, there's nothing being new. In fact, we can track the whole thing by simply using Markov chain analysis and we can connect it, and we know that Sushruta, when he was talking about his medical things, he has used along with his colleagues, he has come up with the technology where such a thing can be handled. I do not have the time to go into the details. What I wanted to say is the current day bioengineering or bioinformatics and genetic therapy is very much can be handled through Markov chains, and this Markov chain time series analysis is very much mentioned in our Vedas. In a different way, the language used is different. Rose by any name is the same, whether you call it as a rose or you call it as something else. Content is the same, essence is the same, that's what matters. So, in this, I would like to say, we are getting connected through events like this, and the training of this kind is very, very useful I once again congratulate the administration and congratulate people, experts like Bhattaji and Pathakji to continue to steer this activity so that this connect happens in the entire country. It is, I think, for the want of time, I once again thank you all with once again thanks to the Pathakji and the administration for giving me this opportunity to come there and see this vibrant atmosphere. I hope it goes in the same spirit so that the connect happens in the right way and we will get back to our ancient wisdom and ancient strength, which has been a tremendous potential for it's a life breath, and let's get back to that. So thank you very much. With that, I just close.
थैंक्स लॉट सर। निश्चित रूप से हम सभी के बीच में प्रोफेसर रतीश कुमार सर ने वेदों में जो ज्ञान हमारा समाहित है उसके बारे में बहुत ही संक्षेप में, क्योंकि वेद पे चर्चा करना कोई सामान्य बात नहीं है। और जहां तक मैंने समझा है 4 वेद, उपवेद और वेदांग, तो पूरा वैदिक वांग में अगर देखा जाए तो मुझे लगता है हम सभी लोग उनके नाम तक नहीं जानते अभी तक। अभी एक बार मैं यात्रा कर रहा था ट्रेन में सर, तो मेरे ऐसे दिमाग में आया, मैंने एक सामने बैठे थे उनसे कहा कि आप गूगल पे डालिए फर्स्ट होली बुक ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, उन्होंने डाला तो उसमें ऋग्वेद आया। तो हमने कहा ये गूगल भारत का नहीं है और हमारे यहां अपने ही लोग निश्चित रूप से बहुत कम लोग ऐसे होंगे जिन्होंने चारों वेद देखे होंगे। नाम जानना भी थोड़ा मुश्किल है, तो मैं यहां पर थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ कर दूं। ऋग्वेद, यजुर्वेद, सामवेद, अथर्ववेद। ऋग्वेद का संबंध जो आजकल हम लोग इन्वायरमेंटल साइंस पढ़ते हैं, प्रकृति विज्ञान, उसमें जो भी हम लोग हमारे यहाँ जो भी मांगलिक कार्य होते हैं उनमें बोलते ही हैं औषधिया शांति, वनस्पतिया शांति, जो शांति मंत्र है। तो जो पूजा भी करते हैं हम लोग वो किसकी करते हैं? प्रकृति की पूजा करते हैं। अरुण देवता, वरुण देवता, जल की पूजा करते हैं। और यही आज फिर क्षितिजल पावन गगन सबीरा पंच रचित यह अधम शरीरा, 5 एलिमेंट है, उन्हीं से पूरा संसार बना हुआ है। ऐसी हम मानता पश्चिम में भी 3 तत्व माने हैं, वो 5 नहीं 3 में ही अपना काम चलाते हैं, लेकिन हमारे यहाँ और ब्रॉड। यजुर्वेद सर ने अभी बताया यज्ञ से जुड़ा हुआ पूरा ज्ञान। मॉडलिंग में जहां तक मैंने देखा है आर्टिफिशियल लैंड बेसिक मॉडल है, उसमें यज्ञ के द्वारा आर्टिफिशियल लैंड कैसे होता है इसका मॉडल है पूरा, मैथमेटिकल मॉडलिंग रिसर्च पेपर है पूरा। सामवेद संगीत से जुड़ा है। हम सभी जानते हैं कि हमारे यहाँ मेघ राग, बारी राग, तानसेन जी मल्हार राग गाते थे और बारिश होती थी। वो विद्या कहीं ना कहीं लुप्त हो गई। हमको विश्वास इसलिए नहीं होता कि उस विद्या के जानकार लोग हैं नहीं हमारे पास। और अथर्ववेद मैंने तो अभी पढ़ना शुरू किया अथर्ववेद को, तो पहला श्लोक ही गणित को समर्पित है। मैं भी दिखाऊंगा यहाँ पर। तो वो जो है वो जो विज्ञान है। और फिर 4 उपवेद, आयुर्वेद। अभी आप लोगों ने आयुर्वेद की ताकत को देखा कोरोना काल में। कोरोना काल में जो आयुर्वेद की ताकत है वो हम सब लोगों ने महसूस की। जो मॉडर्न मेडिकल साइंस के भरोसे रहे प्राय वो चले गए। गिलोय, तुलसी, अदरक, काली मिर्च, मुझे लगता सबको याद हो गया होगा काढ़ा बनाना। आयुर्वेद की ताकत, ये वेद का उपवेद है, स्थापत्य वेद। तो इस तरीके से हमारे उपवेद हैं। अंग 6 वेदांग हैं और हमारे 6 दर्शन है, 6 दर्शन, इतना वैदिक वाङ्मय है। और गणित तो मैं आपको सही बता दूं, गणित अगर सबसे कोई आदि विषय रहा होगा तो उनमें से एक गणित भी रहा होगा। और इस समय के वर्तमान शंकराचार्य स्वामी निश्चलानंद सरस्वती जी महाराज कहते हैं, जो गोवर्धन पीठ के हैं, कि गण से गण माने समूह, गण से गणना, गण से गणित और गण से गणपति। और निश्चित रूप से अगर हम आज की भाषा में बात करें तो गणित की शुरुआत यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कैलाश से हुई है। एंड मेंटर ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स इज आदिदेव महादेव। तो इसलिए गणित कहां से है, कहां से शुरू की जाए, बड़ा कहना कठिन है, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ श्रुति परंपरा रही है। लिखना तो बाद में हुआ, ऋग्वेद तो बहुत बाद में लिखे गए, लेकिन श्रुति परंपरा से वो जाने हजारों हजार वर्ष तक ऐसे ही चलते रहे। तो निश्चित रूप से सर ने हम लोगों का मार्गदर्शन